What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to The Bit. That's right, we're back with a more permanent solution in mind. So, every Saturday that I'm able, I'll be right here giving you guys my take on any major news from inside the gaming industry. That being said, let's jump right into it. The first story of the day comes from CES 2017. That's the Consumer Electronics Show. If you aren't into the tech scene, CES probably isn't of much interest to you, but if you love everything technology from cars to TVs to phones, CES is the place to be. It's a giant convention where companies from all over the world demo new products or present ideas and concepts for products that could eventually come to market. It's like a brief look into what the future could be like. However, on the gaming side of things, we got a new trailer for Mass Effect Andromeda. If you guys don't know, I'm actually a huge Mass Effect fan. I fell in love with Mass Effect 2 and it quickly became one of my favorite games of all time. Which, by the way, I'm told that Mass Effect 2 is currently free on Origin right now on PC, so I mean, there's really no reason you shouldn't snag yourself a copy and give it a shot. Although the new Mass Effect game seems to take a few steps away from what we're used to, I'm remaining openly optimistic about this one, and I'm excited to play it in March. Next up, if you're a Nintendo fan such as myself, I'm sure you're eagerly awaiting for January 12th, since that's when Nintendo will open the floodgates and give us more information on the Nintendo Switch. But of course, like with anything, there have been tons of rumors floating around online, one of which comes from UK retailer GameSeek, who have listed the Nintendo Switch on their website as releasing on March 17th, with a price of about $250 when you convert it to US dollars. And that's not the first time I've heard this $250 price thrown around. Not to mention, Nintendo already confirmed the Switch will launch in March, so even though I don't normally like reporting on rumors, this one could have a little bit of weight to it. Whatever the case, I'm sure on January 12th we'll get all the info we need, like a release date, launch titles, and a price point. Not only that, but stick around because Nintendo actually invited me out to a private Nintendo Switch event on January 14th, where I'll be able to get my hands on the console, as well as check out some of the launch titles they have available. So if you want to see that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and mash that bell button to join the notification squad! That way you guys can see those videos as soon as I release them. You guys are familiar with the NES Classic Edition, right? Well, one of the biggest downsides is that the console only has 30 games. Sure, of those 30 games, you have some of the best ones like Zelda 1 and 2, and Mario Bros 1 through 3. But maybe it's missing one of your favorite obscure NES games. Well, fret not, my friends. Modders have been able to successfully add another 30 games to the internal storage of the NES Mini, effectively doubling the amount of games it can have on the system. And not only that, but there's actually another tool that will allow users to inject new ROMs into the system over the already included 30, meaning that if you could combine these two tools, you could theoretically have a custom NES Mini with 60 games of your choosing. Not too bad. Currently, it seems like most of these guides and tools are in foreign languages, but I'm sure people will translate them given enough time. And lastly, I've got to ask you guys a question. Have you ever wanted to play Sonic 06? Well, most of you would probably answer no, but allow me to finish. Have you ever wanted to play Sonic 06 on PC? Still mostly no, I would imagine, but in case there are a few people who are interested, a YouTube user by the name of Gistix posted a video of Sonic 06 running using the Unity game engine on PC. At this point, it's just a demo build, but I believe his goal is to port the entire game over to PC, since it never got a proper PC release from Sega. In the description of that video are some download links, so you can check it out for yourself if you'd like. From the footage though, it seems to replicate the game quite nicely, although I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. Sonic 06 was very buggy to say the least, so I'm not sure if this port is trying to stay as true as possible to the original and carry that over to the PC, or if the developer wants to improve the game's controls and iron out some of those bugs. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Regardless, it seems like a cool project, and the Sonic fanbase is notoriously good at creating content and mods for games on PC. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of The Bit. Because this is now a weekly show, I'd like to get your thoughts on how we can improve it. And if you'd like to send stories that you would like to see me cover, you can tweet them at me directly or use the hashtag TheBit in your tweets. As always though, if you guys enjoyed this video, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more of my videos, consider subscribing. But once again guys, my name is Matt, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.